Now then, people, good evening and welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. I thought I would just quickly jump on and discuss what happened earlier on today. Leeds United sort of hit that first head on the nail in the coffin of Sunderland's automatic promotion hopes, and agent Joffy just stepped up and said, bang, gave it that final hit, boom, and that's probably the final nail in the coffin now. I said on my preview last week, game over, question mark for Sunderland. And it proved to be the case. Back-to-back losses, one away and one at home as well, which is a big thing because they haven't lost at home yet this season. So Sunderland lose. It's their first defeat this season, falling 1-0 to Hull City in a pretty lacklustre performance as well at the Stadium of Light. They did not get going at all. It was an Anthony Patterson error. The goalkeeper I do rate, but that makes it all the more sweeter as well. It was a cross from Joffy, well, a corner from Joffy. And Anthony Patterson just, I don't know, let it go through him, almost threw it in the net, if you like. And that was within the first 20 minutes. And unfortunately for Sunderland, they weren't able to get back in. They weren't able to get back in. And the thing is, as well, they struggled big time to deal with the aerial threat of Hull City, which just makes me a little bit more frustrated that Leeds United... I mean, how many corners did we have in that game? About 9? And it worked great. But look, it was a disjointed display in the first half. Hull have a great, return on the road as well of late, and it looks like they might get safe, by that away form. But Sunderland, like I say, despite having a lot of possession of the football, their attacking play was disjointed. They'd used every ounce of their fitness to try and get a result at Leeds United. They defended for their lives at Leeds United, and we beat them. And obviously, they've then gone home and been beaten by a Hull side they would have been expected to beat. And as I say, Hull City with a great set piece, a great corner that ended up in a goal. So fair play to Joffy. And it's due to a goalkeeping error as well. And you could argue it was a goalkeeping error for the goal against us. The last one was Strauch. He sort of dived out of the way of it. Sunderland did think they'd got an equaliser on the 26th minute, Luke O'Nien, but it was ruled offside. Happy days, couldn't have happened to a better person. And to be honest, second half didn't get much better at all. They remained ineffective throughout, and Hull's defence comfortably dealt with Sunderland. So happy days. No standout contributors from the Black Cats. Utterly dull display. And under Sellers, they were pragmatic, they sat deep, they protected the lead, and, had the odd threat on the counter. And their resilience paid off. And thankfully, our Yorkshire counterparts, unlike Chef Wednesday, were able to do us a favour. Although I've felt for weeks, people who watch me regularly have said Sunderland won't have the staying power, so, and that's proved to be the case. A vital 3 points for Hull City. And it does now end the charge for Sunderland for me in terms of the standings in the division. Because what does that do now? Well, we'll have a look at the league table. And we can share that on the screen now. Boom. You can see there, Sunderland, having played an extra game, are a massive 10 points behind us. We get a point tomorrow, boom, it's 11 points. We get all 3, it's 13 points. They're done for us. They're done. So it's now down to 3. And then there were 3, if you like, and then there were 3. No, he needs to go forge a new path. And, we incorrectly probably profiled and developed Joffy, if I'm honest. These lads should have been sent out on loan. Greenwood, Joffy, all of them. But we kept hold of them all. Lewis, Bay, everyone. When there'd have been better going on loan and forging games elsewhere. But with Bielsa, he liked to keep them in, and needed certain players for training, etc., and stuff like that. But yeah, look, key takeaways from the game though: set piece woes for Sunderland, stuttering form. Obviously, it's now 2 losses on the spin for Sunderland, especially at home as well. Big results for Hull City. Yeah, none of that, please. None of that, please. No booting. No booting. Yeah, and Sunderland were toothless. Which is it's massive now for that top 3. That top 3 race. I've seen a lot of yous in the chat as well, talking about the Premier League. We need to have a conversation, don't we? We need to have a conversation because after Wolves win against Bournemouth, you would imagine now that's the league done. I know there's still a long way to go, right? There's 38 games, okay? So that means there's 12 left in the Premier League. Yeah. And there are now 5 points difference between Ipswich and Wolves and Leicester, but Leicester got smoked last night, 4-0. 3 losses on the spin. Southampton have 9 points. I think the key takeaway is Leeds United need to do something. Because if you want my honest opinion, and I'm going to say this, I think we have the best chance of staying up. I've seen Sheffield United fans say that they're in the best place because they've got that's crazy. I think we'll be in the best position to stay up, but it's going to be tough. You know, you can't get away from that fact. It's going to be so tough. The Premier League's a different animal. Even in just the... Like, if you think when we went up, we finished 9th, season before Sheffield United had finished 9th. I just don't see how a newly promoted side can do that anymore. And it was only a couple of seasons ago. Really. So, yeah, interesting. Look, and on this... Having seen them last night, I still think Sheff Wednesday, if they'd have taken the chances, it could have been different. But might have to rethink them, especially with the signing of Edwards, because he was quality throughout. So we might need to rethink them being a problem, if I'm honest. We might have to rethink them being a problem. But hopefully it won't be a problem for us, because we'll beat Sheffield United on Monday, and we'll put a massive, what will it be, over Burnley, like 10 points or something like that. It'll be quite the return. Yeah, Thorn, Wednesday were woeful with the finishing. That's the key takeaway here. You know, when I look at the 3 that are going down, I don't see any other players in our squad. Jake, are you mad? You'd take loads of their players, man. I think that's a Leeds bias there, mate. Take loads of their players. 100%. Can go through, if we have a look at some of the squads, Ipswich got walloped 4-1 today by Spurs. Palmer, Ben Godfrey, Darrow O'Shea, Jacob Greaves, Leif Davis, Calvin Phillips, Kayusta, Jaden Philogene, Amari Hutchinson, Jack Clark, Delap. They'd all have a place in our squad. They would. Nah, not at all, man. It's crazy. Palmer's probably better than Melier. Ben Godfrey we've wanted in the past. Darrow O'Shea is a top centre-back. Jacob Greaves is a top centre-back. Leif Davis we've had before. Calvin Phillips and Kayusta. We wanted Kayusta before in the past. Jaden Philogene's a baller. Amari Hutchinson's a baller. Jack Clark. We all wanted him. And definitely would take Liam Delap. So that there is their 11. I genuinely would. He's a top striker. If you could say, can you add these players to your squad, I won't turn any of them down. That's the truth. Call me wild. Southampton, yeah. Ramsdale, Aribo, 100%. Bednarak, yeah. Walker Peters, yeah. Ugachukwu, who's on loan from Chelsea, yes. Fernandez, who they brought in from Portugal, yes. Tyler Diblin, 100%. Suleimana, yes. Cameron Archer, yes. If you're saying none of them get in our squad, I'm telling you, It's not right. Disagree, Jamie. Disagree. Because Tyler Diblin's a baller. Fernandez was playing at Sporting, I believe, before. Ugachukwu is a top player. Kyle Walker-Peters. I'm not saying we go after them by any stretch of the imagination. I'm just putting out there that we will we would take them. Do you know what I mean? We would take them. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. Ash, you're an absolute dancer. Look at this for blue tinted glasses. I love this. Look at this. This is fun. 1 second. Big up to Lord Ash for that. Yeah, so this was Locks. Joe Rodon, no to the Premier League, yes to the EFL. Yeah. Boom. That is brilliant. That is brilliant. No, but that doesn't mean anything, Jake. At all. Does not mean anything. Just because they've been poor doesn't mean that they're bad players. Not at all. Yeah, nah. Can't see that. Can't see it, mate. He didn't get off the bench today, though, did he? That was a joke as well. No, you do realise that no one's saying that, Old School Tunes? You do realise that no one's saying that? No one said that at all. Jake said not one of them would get in our squad when the whole Ipswich 11 would get in our squad. Swear to God. So, we'll see, we'll see. I can't wait for this Arsenal meltdown as well, by the way. I was on a podcast. No one's saying we'd sign them. Like, I'm not getting into this bit. No one's saying that. No, I didn't. I didn't do that at all. I would have said it. I didn't say I want them. Definitely didn't say that, bro. I didn't, Old School Tunes. The answer was, would you take any of them in the squad? Well, I think I got given 2 options, and I said, actually, that's a Leeds United bias, because if you go through their squad, they'd all get in our squad. Thank you, Demola. I never said that, did I? I basically said, in a retort to someone who said they wouldn't get in our squad, that whole Ipswich 11 would. And if you don't believe they would get in our squad, you don't know ball. Hutchinson, Diblin, Delap, sure, but not many others. They would get in our squad, Yorkshiremen. They would. Palmer, better than Mellier. Ben Godfrey, we've wanted. Dar O'Shea, Jacob Greaves, Leif Davis, Calvin Phillips, Jan Kayusta, Philogene, Hutchinson, Clark, Delap. They would get in our squad. Some of them would even start, but we're not ready for them conversations yet. But we'll get a sharp shock when we move to the Premier League. Yeah, right now. Yeah. Do they replace? Yeah, they would. A lot of them would. Yeah. It's levels. It's levels. It's levels, isn't it, man? Premier League's a totally different animal, folks. And, that's where we aim to get, and we just have to hope. Philogene's not crap, bro. Yeah, Tyler, big up. Most of that Ipswich side bar, maybe the fullback start for us. It's true, man. No, I want better as well. Don't get it twisted. But, yeah, there's big improvements needed, and the manager needs to hit the ground running, because as you can tell, for me, with 12 games left to go now in the Premier League, the team, the 3 at the bottom are getting relegated. It's done. It's done, innit? So, yeah. And just like Sunderland's automatic promotion hopes, they're done as well, unfortunately for them. Yeah, probably Smudger Smithy. I like that. Yeah, Sunderland look knackered. All eggs in one basket. See, if I'm Sunderland now as well, I start to get ready for the playoffs. I know that sounds wild because there's still 12 games to go, but the fact that Coventry in 7th are 12 points behind you, you're now 8 points behind second, Sheffield United, you're going to be all right. You're going to finish in the playoffs. You're not getting top 2, but you will finish in the playoffs. I can't see it, JB. I think Burnley will. But then again, a lot of people still think Burnley might get in. They're only 2 points behind Sheffield United. 4 behind us. We need to win on Monday, you know. We need to win. Yeah, he went off at half-time with an injury, I think, maybe. Nobody's beating play. No, I agree with you. And Parker's got form for that, right? He did it with his Fulham side. They beat Brentford that year that we were there. And he got second, I think, with Bournemouth. Yeah. What about Arsenal, man? I was on a few podcasts this week and they were talking about, Liverpool dropped points against Villa. The wobbling, we're going to come. And then they get beat by Arsenal, by West Ham. Oh, God. They've just not got the bottle for it, have they? At all. By the way, folks, I'm about 4 hours away from breaking my 72-hour fast. Last time I weighed myself this morning, I'd lost 7 pounds. I'd gone from 13.5 to 13. Mental. I've bought myself some chicken mince, some Mexican-style rice, quinoa. What else did I buy? I bought myself some rice pudding and jam. Because I wanted a pudding, but that was it. And I've got some nuts and that, yeah, and some fruit. But yeah. Also, I start back at the gym on Monday. I can't wait. George, we were there, bro. Did you watch, George? I didn't realise you'd watched. There you go. That's what it was done. I hope I'm back on the show. Sheffield United still could go to Burnley. That could cost them. Yeah, listen, I think after... Let me just check these next round of games. After these next round of games, let me have a look. So, yeah. Tell you what we'll do next week is predict the month of March, because we didn't do, yeah. So next week after the game against Sheffield United, we'll predict the month of March. Yeah, Elland back. Yeah, big up. I've checked Eddie Abdu out. Yeah, legend, mate. Thank you for that message as well. Can anyone remember what we predict? I'm just going to have a look now, just with one more, because there's only one more game to go, and that's us against Sheffield United. 1 second, I just want to check something. Let me check that live, the predictor. See what we had the table as. 1 second. When was that? When do we do that? Can Leeds hold on? February fixtures. Here we go. Me and Jack did it, didn't we? All right, wait there. Let's see how. Right, here we go. This is what me and Jack predicted. Let's see. So, according to me and Jack, on this here, we did have, let me just close that. We had Leeds United on 73 with a goal difference of 40. Now, we're currently sat on 72. So we actually under-predicted us. We actually 1 second, son. Give me 1 sec. Are you having a what's it? Did you finish your hot dogs? Did he eat his hot dogs? Is he eating them all? I'm just something. Okay, I'll be 2 minutes, all right? I'm nearly done. Sorry, folks. Yeah, so we had Leeds United on... Oh, no, that's 73 tomorrow, isn't it? So on Monday, sorry. So on Monday, if we draw, me and Jack got it bob on. Yeah? Because this is what the current table looks like, yeah? So we've got a game left to play. If we draw, we got it bang on. Obviously, if we don't draw, which we... Oh, God, why has that done that? One sec. Obviously, if we don't draw, then we'll actually do better than we'd predicted. We had Burnley in second on 68. Don't know how we did that, but we had Burnley in second on 68 due to their goal difference, which they have got 68, but Sheffield United have got more than we anticipated. So if you look at the table now, Burnley have got 68. So we got Burnley bang on with a goal difference of 31, but they got 34. That would be the 4 yesterday. Yeah, we massively underplayed our goal difference, didn't we, in terms of results, because of that 7-0 Cardiff. And we had Sunderland on 67, which they've actually got 62. So they're out of it now, aren't they? So it'll be, boom, these three. So yeah, we weren't too far off. And obviously, if we win tomorrow, yeah, there you go. I think Sheffield United will be easy in the play. Maybe. Jack's still guessing the scores now. Yeah. It took a while, didn't it? It took a while. It's all water, Joe. I'll put the weight back on as well through. If you're gonna lose, you need to go keto. If you want to lose, mate, I think we'll see what happens. After the 72 hour, it was important to eat fiber and protein. So I just got myself a couple of apples and it's quinoa more so than rice. I don't know, bro. You'll know more than me. I'm not very good on nutrition, but it's a lot better than what I was eating prior. So we'll see. Watch this program, and Gary Macker's got us winning 2-0. Watch what program, broski? Watch one. Which one? Yeah, there we go. Listen, I just thought I'd drop in. As you can see, my little ones here. I haven't done no video today. Tomorrow, I'll have my preview out. I'll have my preview out for the Sheffield United game, and then we'll be live. Might go live lunchtime as well on the Monday. I'm not too sure. We'll see what we can do. But listen, thanks as always for watching the Just Joe Football Show. Sunderland now out of the race. The Premier League's looking spooky because the 3 promoted teams have been relegated. I know it's not confirmed official yet, but it's done. So we need to make sure we get tip-top recruitment. That's the main thing here. Anyway, folks, I'll leave it there. Thanks always for watching. Enjoy the rest of your evening. BGT's on tonight, I think, if that tickles your pickle. Villa versus Chelsea, currently 0-0 as well. I've had a nightmare with fantasy teams, so hopefully Cole Palmer can do something. Anyway, peace out, folks. Bye-bye.